Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. So I came upon this, nothing but a bunch of drivel. This was that Honduran fair. Now they called it for entrepreneurs. I believe they called it something different before. And meanwhile, that was when all the protesters were trying to go around and informing people about the crimes of Scientology, as well as trying their best to ring the alarm on all the child abuse going on. And this is the propaganda that the news stations pushed out. I don't know if the news stations are getting paid or not, but I would think most really legitimate news companies would do some type of investigation. So let's just read the garbage. And mind you, a lot of these people don't know what's going on, so I'm not trying to completely pull apart every single person. And, some of the Scientologists, I don't know, it's really seeming to me now at this point, I don't know how any of these Scientologists could not know about the abuse of children. I'm not sure how that could be. I really don't know how that could be. So, Los Angeles, California, July 31st, 2024. Okay, here's a propaganda. And then the picture has sent to press. Probably some cheap software that Scientology bought. More than 1,000 people attended, which we know is a lie. The first Honduran fair for entrepreneurs. Meanwhile, they all had remember the bouncy tents they had outside? It seemed like they had called it something different. I just can't remember. Held in East Hollywood earlier this month on L. Ron Hubbard Way. The one that they were able to pay, the city for a permit, whereas they are denying Jessica Palmadessa her right to have a permit, and she is a member of the public and should be allowed to have a street permit. They would not give her the permit, and they just continually, what's that word, like, either gaslit her or just put her off so she wasn't able to get it, denying her rights. This month on L. Ron Hubbard Way, it was organized by the Honduras Consulate. Remember Pinchy Becky had talked to that lady? And then the lady, she took back her words. You know what goes on. And hosted by the Church of Scientology. I think Becky shouldn't have outed her like that, because if she had not, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have gone like it did. Los Angeles with purpose. Yeah, purpose to steal children. Let's just see what we got here. Remember, they wouldn't let any of the protesters in. Which, technically speaking, if anybody does a little bit of research, this guy probably thinks everything's kosher. I don't know him personally. But little did they know it was all geared at children. Towards children. I think a lot of people that were involved in this would be, if they really knew the whole true stories, they would just have been irate, and there might have been a, what do you call that? I don't know what the word I'm looking for. But I'm just thinking about many years ago, there were one of these Latin countries, and the elite were trying to force the price of the gasoline, and all of them freaking went out and demanded, or no, it was the water, not the gasoline, it was the water. They just freaking lost it. Latin people are very passionate, amazing humans, most of the time. Just like anyone, they're going to have good and bad people. So that's it. I mean, get your barf bag. I will leave a link in the description box. Peace.